Hello and welcome to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Lees, and you may or may not have noticed I'm looking a little different today. I have a costume thingy-majiggy to attend tonight. It's Inferno is the theme. That can be interpreted as either disco or Satan and fiery and that kind of hellfire kind of a thing. I'm going disco. I have a disco wig, but I prefer this wig even though it's not disco. So this is only a part of my outfit, but you're being treated to a preview. Last couple of days I've had a lot of technical problems go on. Yesterday I made a Vietnamese lemongrass chicken. The camera died on me in the first half. I didn't realize until I was finished shooting it. And then when I went to record the second half again, the sound was off, so I didn't have sound. So I shot and cooked and everything yesterday, and it was all for naught. And then today I began making this recipe and explaining the wonderful store called Siloam Market here in Hollywood. And I checked the camera and it was, again, fucking dead. That battery must not be able to hold a charge anymore. Let's hope this one does. So what I have going on here was, this was a tablespoon or so of sesame oil, and I added a cup of purple cabbage and half an onion. By the way, what I'm making is I'm making a Vietnamese spicy lemongrass beef with purple cabbage fried rice. I'm adding a lot of purple cabbage because it just like keeps the amount of rice one's consuming down, and it looks kind of pretty. All right, this was supposed to, I had a lot to say. I'll have to tell you about my Siloam Market experience when I get this going. So that was about 2 cups of purple cabbage chopped and about half of a medium onion chopped, sauteed for about 4 minutes or so in a tablespoon of sesame oil. To that I'm going to add garlic to taste. I like a lot of garlic. You may not. I'm just going to squeeze 4 garlic cloves into here. I should have used some already jarred, pre-done garlic, but I don't have any. Right. All right. Where's my fork? Okay. Scrape all this in there. All right. I'm going to add a handful of, this is like shredded carrot, about a cup, maybe more, of shredded carrot. Oops. I'm going to add ginger. I'm going to add about, I like a lot of ginger. I'm going to add a good solid 2 tablespoons of ginger to that. Again, buying it already minced in these jars is fantastic. It's so much more convenient than having to deal with peeling and the rest of it, those nubbies. And I'm going to add, this is about 2 cups of cooked rice. Happens to be brown basmati rice. Any rice you prefer will do. When that's heated through, it's done. Like I was saying, I'm always trying to drop a few lbs, and so I like when I make a pasta dish to put a really lot of vegetables in it, or in this case of a rice dish, add a lot of vegetables. This is probably 50% cabbage and 50% rice. And that is essentially done. Now I'm going to put this in the stove, and I'm going to come back and do the lemongrass beef portion. Okay, I'm back. In this new pan, I have melted a tablespoon or 2 of coconut oil. I'm adding 6 stalks of lemongrass. They were initially about this long. I split them. They're split like that in half. I'm going to add them to the oil. And I split them, and I left them in kind of long pieces because you don't want to eat the lemongrass in the cooked dish. You just want the flavor from it. It just stays really reedy, and it's not really edible. It doesn't become an edible thing. There's a lot in here. Just going to let it get its flavor out. If you can't get lemongrass, they actually sell it frozen. And I saw it frozen at Siloam Market today, all chopped up and more edible, I imagine. If you can't get lemongrass, you could just squeeze the juice of a lemon or 2 in there, and it won't be the same, but it will be almost as good. Let me show you what this looks like. It smells lemony and almost like furniture polish. I'm going to add, I like my food really spicy. These are these dried out red chilies. They are very hot, also inedible in the final dish. I'm going to break a couple in here for heat. Again, I'm going to use probably 5 or 6, but they are hot, so if you don't like heat, either omit them entirely or use far fewer until you understand how much heat they impart to a dish. Alright, I'm going to add to that, this is how many, this is 10 ounces, also this is your call thing, of green beans. It's not trimmed. I didn't cut them. You can if you like. I'm adding this 10 ounces of green beans. It's going to be added to about, let me see how much I have here, to 18 ounces of this vegan soy protein, like strip steak meat. I think I need a bigger pan. I may have to change my pan out. We'll see. That meat was, I definitely need a bigger pan. Hold on. Okay, bigger pan. I think before I add a bunch of other stuff, it smells very lemony. I'm going to remove, before I add things, some of the spinier little pieces of lemongrass so that they don't get lost in the mix here. And they're almost like fish bones in the dish. I'd like to be able to avoid them more easily. What to do? Again, if you can't find lemongrass, don't sweat it. Juice of a lemon will suffice, most likely. Alright, just pulling out some of the pieces that look a little burned. Again, you're not eating the lemongrass, nor are you eating the red peppers that are in there. Alright, and to this, I have a little list in front of me. Pardon me while I reference it. If you know, or if you don't know, virtually all of my recipes on this channel have a link in the notes below that take you to my blog where you have a printable version of that recipe. This is an old recipe of mine. It was up a couple of years ago, so I'm cheating from my own cheat notes here. So now I'm going to add, the original recipe was for about half this. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of sambal oelek, or chili paste. You could use sriracha if you wanted to. I'm going to add, what else do I need? So I need, this is a vegan mushroom flavored sauce or oyster sauce. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tablespoons of that. Whoop. I'm going to add, I need a fork. Where's my fork at? I like a lot of ginger. I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of ginger. I'm going to add, this is 2 tablespoons of ground anise. I think A-N-I-S-E. I believe it's also called Szechuan pepper. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of it. I ground it myself in this little mortar and pestle. That's about 2 tablespoons of that. Alright, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. You can use regular soy sauce if you can't find the dark. I like the dark because, I can't open it. I like the dark because it adds an inky quality, to the dish and will dye, kind of dye. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it almost gone? It's almost gone, so let's kill it. It's an inky color, and it adds color to the more neutral colored vegan meat. It's sort of a gross chickeny flesh color, but not when it gets into that soy sauce. It'll start looking more like beef. I'll show you how inky this is. See how inky that is? Alright. Going to now add, where is it? 2 tablespoons of regular soy sauce or liquid aminos or tamari. I'm going to add, about 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. All that, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, I'm not big on actually measuring. I'll rinse my hand, hold on. All right, I need to add 2 tablespoons of, this is rice cooking wine, not rice vinegar, rice wine. It smells like sake. I'll go 2 tablespoons of that. 1, 2. And I'm going to put some garlic in there. I'm going to put, I don't know, 6 garlic cloves. That's your call too. If you don't like a lot of garlic, you can cut it back. My original recipe, I made this with seitan that, I'll show you a picture of it here. Where did I get it? I guess Trader Joe's or something. And it was half the recipe that I'm making now. The beans to meat, fake meat ratio is up to you. Again, I like a lot of vegetables, but where's my fork go? You could add other vegetables to this too, though. You could add broccoli or cauliflower or other things that you might like to add. And I'm going to add the meat, the fake meat. There it is, blanc. Now, while that heats through, I would like to discuss with you. Let me just make sure I used everything. La la la. Okay, while this heats through, I would like to discuss with you this, again, like I've mentioned before, but I have a bunch of new products. I was there today at Siloam Market. Pull some of these spinier ones out. At Siloam Market, which is on Hollywood Boulevard, just east of Western. It's a Thai market. For some reason, they've got a security guard at the front door. I don't know what that's about. I feel like it's some kind of a front for something else that's going on. Because it's a pretty ghetto sort of setup that if you go in the freezer cases where I'm going to send you to buy these vegan meats, they're just cardboard boxes that are cut out with a razor and have like marker on them that says what it is inside the box. Sometimes it's not even accurate, so you have to check. I bought this stuff, this fake meat there once, which the first time I bought it, I ate it, I made it, and I was eating it, and I was so convinced it was real meat, I actually threw it away. I was like, I don't think this is fake, but it's fake. I bought today this gigantic, I don't know how much it is, 2 pounds or something, of vegan citrus spare rib cutlets. This stuff is crack for me. There's probably 4,000 calories in this bag. It's not particularly healthy, but it's so friggin' good. This with a lot of broccoli and a little bit of rice, and not this whole bag, obviously. This is 14 servings, but I love this. This bag was $25. Most of the stuff is cheaper than that, but they have vegan everything. This is vegan shredded crab meat. This is vegan ginger chicken. This is a vegetarian spring chicken. I don't know if you can see that it's the shape of a chicken with a head, like it's sitting on a nest. It is actually only vegetarian. I didn't notice, like, they always say vegetarian on these things, and they mostly are vegan. I was so excited by the shape of this ridiculous thing that I bought it, and then I found out it has got egg white powder in it, I think. It's not actually vegan. And I bought these vegan smoked chicken drumsticks, which appear to be like some sort of fake meat smushed around a bamboo pole to be like a little chicken drumette. And everybody's favorite, I got the vegan imitation of swallow balls. Swallow balls. The vegan imitation of swallow balls. They're white, they're water and yam flour and soybean protein and oil, salt, white pepper, black pepper, and Chinese 5 spice. I never heard of swallow balls, real or vegan. They're so bizarre. I had to buy it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. It goes in a soup. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put that stuff back in the freezer before it all gets all defrosted, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. They also have in those cases, so if you go to Siloam, they have produce, they have every kind of spice you want. They have this vegan fish sauce, big old bottle of vegan fish sauce on a different side of the same aisle that the real fish sauce is. They have every kind of sauce. I buy this big gallon of low sodium soy sauce. I buy all these things, these various flavorings there cheaply. They have, but to find these fake meats, you go in there and the back wall has a freezer section, and that's where you'll find most of them. There's a freezer section in the middle of the store too that might have a couple of other things. that are just randomly in a different place. They don't always have the same stock. They have crazy inexpensive produce. They have all kinds of rices. It's really an amazing resource for all things Thai. Thai basil, which is delicious. They always have kefir, lime leaves, both fresh in their produce section there or frozen. They have all kinds of wacky desserts and this bizarre thing I took a photo of, fish treats. I don't know who wants to eat fish treats. But in the fake meats they have ham rolls, smoked ham, smoked tuna slices, raw fish things, scallops, lobster, shrimp, lobster, like a hot pot. It's a whole mixture of different vegetables and seafoods that are all vegan. It's pretty insane. I didn't know that the vegan community was so into the Thai community, Thai people were so into vegan stuff, but they really are. And so before you buy one of those big $25 bags of whatever, orange chicken or sesame beef or barbecue, Korean barbecue ribs, citrus ribs, whatever the hell, buy the smaller one for $5 first and taste it before you make the commitment, because there's a couple of them that I don't like as much as others, and they're good. They're all pretty good, but for the calorie count, I want to really, really love it. I don't want to just kind of like it. I want to love it if I'm going to eat 4,000 calories or something in a weekend. So, yeah. So anyway, that is that. That's going to heat through, and again, the green beans are soft and done, and that's it. Again, don't eat the lemongrass, and don't eat those red peppers. See how dark? See, it's nice and dark, and now it looks like steak. Again, first time I did it, I freaked myself out and wouldn't even eat it. Yeah. So serve this over some rice. You garnish it with some sesame seeds or some cilantro or some lime wedges, and maybe even a little squeeze of lemon to get the lemon flavor ratcheted up. And that is it. That is my recipe for purple cabbage fried rice and spicy Vietnamese lemongrass beef and green beans. So there. Okay. Please subscribe, and please give me a thumbs up down there if you like my recipes. And here's my Instagram and Twitter handles. And I'm also going to start reviewing things like some vegan makeup and skincare products that I really like, and tell you which ones I can't live without. And that's it. All right. Until next time. Thanks. Bye.